You wake up tired, even after a full night's sleep. The world demands clarity, but your mind feels like a cluttered attic, a labyrinth of unfinished thoughts and phantom obligations. You're smart, capable, driven, yet an invisible weight presses down, dulling your edge, eroding your focus. This isn't just fatigue, it's a silent sabotage, a sophisticated trap laid by the very intelligence you pride yourself on. It whispers that more thinking, more planning, more analyzing is the answer, when in truth, it's the very source of your exhaustion. This isn't a random feeling, it's a pattern, a cycle we've all been caught in, especially those who strive for more. Today we journey into the heart of this mental fog, uncovering the hidden mechanisms that drain your energy and blur your vision. We will not offer empty motivation, but a precise map to reclaim your mental landscape, to forge an unwavering inner discipline, and to finally align your deepest intentions with tangible, life-altering. This isn't a quick fix, it's a profound shift, a recalibration of your entire operating system. Stay with me, for by the end of this journey, you will not only understand why your mind is drained, but you will possess the keys to fix it, to unlock a life of profound clarity, sustained energy, and conscious financial direction. This is more than a video, it's the next chapter in your ongoing transformation, a vital step in the GeistPrime series dedicated to your ultimate well-being. Have you ever felt a peculiar kind of fatigue? Not the physical exhaustion after a long run, but a weariness that seeps into your bones, a mental drain that persists even after hours of rest? It's a common affliction in our modern world, a silent epidemic among those who are intelligent, ambitious, and constantly striving. You're bombarded by information, an endless stream of inputs that promise enlightenment but often deliver only overwhelm. Every notification, every email, every news headline is a tiny tug on your mental fabric, pulling it thinner, fraying its edges. This isn't just noise, it's a deliberate, almost insidious assault on your inner peace. Imagine your mind as a vast, intricate library. Each thought, each piece of information is a book. For the high achiever, this library is not merely filled, it's overflowing. Books are stacked precariously, spilling from shelves, covering every surface. You believe that to find the right answer, you must meticulously sort through every single volume, even the ones you've read 100 times. This constant, exhaustive internal review, this relentless processing of redundant data, is the invisible engine of your fatigue. You're not just thinking, you're overthinking, caught in a loop of analysis paralysis, where the very act of seeking clarity creates more confusion. This isn't a flaw in your intellect, it's a misdirection of its power. You have a formidable mind, a capacity for deep thought and intricate problem solving. But without a conscious framework, without deliberate boundaries, that power turns inward, consuming itself. You find yourself trapped in a mental echo chamber, replaying conversations, rehearsing future scenarios, dissecting past mistakes, all without ever landing on a definitive conclusion. It's like a perpetually spinning wheel, generating immense internal friction but no forward motion. The world demands your decisiveness, yet your internal landscape is a battlefield of conflicting possibilities. This constant internal debate, this unseen war within, is the true source of your invisible exhaustion. It's not about doing more, it's about doing less, but with profound intent. The paradox is cruel. The more intelligent you are, the more susceptible you become to this smart trap. Your ability to see multiple perspectives, to anticipate obstacles, to analyze complex variables, becomes a double-edged sword. Instead of leading to decisive action, it can lead to endless contemplation. You know what needs to be done, you understand the strategies, you've read the books, yet the gap between knowledge and consistent action widens, leaving you feeling stuck. This isn't a lack of motivation, it's a breakdown in the system of your internal discipline. The solution, however, is not found in pushing harder, but in understanding. It's about recognizing that your thoughts are not just fleeting impressions. They are the architects of your reality. Every decision you make, every action you take or fail to take, every ounce of energy you possess, is directly shaped by the patterns of your thinking. This is not some abstract philosophical concept. It's a profound neurological. Neuroplasticity, a capacidade do cérebro de se reorganizar formando novas conexões neurais, tells us that our habitual thought patterns literally sculpt the pathways in minds. If you constantly engage in overthinking, in analysis paralysis, you are quite literally wiring your brain for more of the same. But if your thoughts can build these draining pathways, they can also dismantle them. This is where the power of conscious reprogramming and unwavering discipline, the scene. James Clear, in Atomic Habits, brilliantly illustrates how small, Consistent actions, when aligned with a clear intention, can create monumental shifts. It's not about grand gestures of willpower, but about designing systems that make good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible. Your mind is the ultimate system. To reprogram it, you must first become aware of its current default settings. What are the habitual thoughts that lead to your mental drain? What are the internal narratives that keep you stuck? This awareness is the first step towards reclaiming your mental sovereignty. Once identified, these patterns can be consciously disrupted and replaced. This isn't about positive thinking in a superficial sense. It's about strategic thinking. It's about cultivating a deep focus, a singular attention that cuts through the noise. Cal Newport, in Deep Work, champions this ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task, recognizing it as a superpower in an increasingly fragmented world. Your ability to concentrate, to direct your mental energy with precision, is not a fixed trait. It's a muscle that can be trained, strengthened, and refined. This training requires discipline, not as a punitive measure, but as a liberating practice. Discipline is the bridge between your intentions and your results. It's the conscious choice to direct your attention, to manage your energy, to execute the actions that serve your highest vision, even when resistance. It's the commitment to show up, not just when you feel motivated, but when consistency is most critical. This is where true transformation begins. And for those who are ready to not just understand these principles, but to apply them, to actively reshape their mental landscape, I've prepared a practical guide. In the first pinned comment below, you'll find a resource titled 21 Mental Activations. Reclaim your focus and energy in 7 days. This isn't just theory, it's a direct, actionable complement to this training, designed to help you integrate these insights into your daily life and begin experiencing a tangible shift in your mental clarity and energy levels. Starting now, it's for those who refuse to merely consume information, but demand to embody. Now, let's connect this internal mastery to the external world, specifically to the domain of your financial direction and the construction life of high value. Many high achievers, caught in the smart trap, exert immense effort without a clear, conscious strategy. They work hard, they earn well, but they often feel a persistent underlying anxiety about their financial, a sense of chasing rather than building. This isn't because they lack financial literacy, it's because their internal state, their relationship with clarity, focus, and discipline directly impacts every financial decision they make. Consider the daily choices you face. Do you spend hours researching every possible investment, only to feel overwhelmed and take no action? Do you chase every new opportunity, only to scatter your energy and dilute your impact? This is the smart trap manifesting in your financial life. You know the principles of saving, investing, and wealth creation. Yet, the constant mental noise, the fear of making the wrong decision, or the relentless pursuit of perfect information paralyzes you. True financial freedom isn't just about accumulating wealth, it's about a mindset that supports sustainable prosperity. Bodo Schaefer, a renowned financial coach, emphasizes that financial success is often a reflection of our inner game. It's about making intelligent, disciplined decisions consistently, not about hitting a lottery or making one risky, brilliant move. Your daily decisions, how you spend your time, where you direct your focus, whether you act on your knowledge, are the building blocks of your financial reality. A mind freed from overthinking is a mind capable of making clear, precise financial choices, choices that compound over time to create a life of genuine abundance. A life of high value isn't just about money, it's about alignment. It's about your time, your energy, your relationships, and your sense of purpose all working in harmony. When your mind is clear, your decisions become intentional. When your focus is sharp, your actions become effective. And when your discipline is strong, you build momentum that transforms your aspirations into achievements. This journey of transformation, of reclaiming your mental power, is a continuous one. This episode is a crucial step, and the journey continues. In the upcoming installments of this GeistPrime series, we will delve deeper into specific strategies for cultivating this internal, building on the foundations we've established today. We will explore how to sustain this clarity and discipline, ensuring that your path toward a life of high value is not just a temporary sprint, but a consistent, conscious expedition. Ultimately, before we talk about money, before we talk about external success, we must first address identity. Who are you at your core? When stripped of the external pressures and the internal noise, your identity is not static. It's a dynamic construct shaped by your beliefs, your values, and your consistent actions. If you consistently identify as someone who is overwhelmed, exhausted, and stuck, you will continue to embody that reality. But if you consciously choose to identify as someone who is clear, disciplined, and resourceful, your actions will naturally align with that new. Carol Dweck's work on growth mindset is profoundly relevant here. It's about understanding that your abilities, including your mental clarity and discipline, are not fixed. They are cultivated through effort, through learning, and through a belief in your own capacity for growth. Clarity isn't just about knowing what to do. It's about knowing who you are and why you do it. This emotional clarity is the bedrock of sustainable energy. When your actions are aligned with your deepest purpose, when your daily efforts are a direct expression of your authentic self, your energy becomes boundless. The mental drain dissipates because you are no longer fighting against yourself. You are no longer wasting precious cognitive resources on internal conflict, trivial distractions. Instead, your energy flows freely, directed by a powerful, unwavering sense of purpose. This is the essence of personal energy and self-mastery. It's the ability to command your internal state, to direct your attention, and to make choices that consistently serve your long-term vision. This isn't about brute force, it's about elegant control. It's about understanding the subtle levers of your mind and employing them with precision. Napoleon Hill, in Think and Grow Rich, spoke extensively about the power of a definite chief aim and the importance of organized, directed thought. He understood that true success stems from a mind that is not merely active, but purposeful. Your choices, every single day, are either reinforcing the smart trap or liberating you from it. Do you choose to engage in another round of unproductive overthinking? Or do you choose to apply a precise mental activation? Do you allow external stimuli to dictate your focus? Or do you consciously direct your attention to what truly matters? These are the questions that define your trajectory. This is where conscious choices and internal discipline intersect to build a profound value, a life where your energy is abundant, your decisions are sharp, and your financial direction is clear. The journey we've embarked upon today is deeply personal, yet universally shared. You are not alone in feeling the weight of the smart trap, the invisible chains of overthinking. But now, you possess a deeper understanding of its mechanisms and the foundational principles. To break free, the fog can lift, the mental clutter can be cleared. Your energy can be reclaimed. Remember, clarity is not the absence of complexity, but the presence of unwavering focus. Discipline is not a restriction, but the freedom to choose your highest path. And your true potential lies not in the endless churning of thoughts, but in the deliberate, powerful direction of your mind. The path to a life of profound clarity, sustained energy, and conscious financial direction begins with a single, decisive shift. What decision, after today's revelation, are you ready to commit to? What internal pattern are you prepared to challenge? Share your commitment in the comments below. Let your declaration be the first conscious step towards your liberated. The journey continues, and your transformation awaits. The commitment you declare today isn't just a statement. It's an energetic, a vibrational shift that begins to realign your internal landscape. Think of it as the first ripple in a pond, an intentional disturbance that sets off a chain reaction. This isn't about grand sweeping gestures immediately, but about the consistent, deliberate application of these principles. It's about understanding that the smart trap thrives on inertia, on the unconscious repetition of patterns. Your declaration is the conscious interruption of that inertia. Let's delve deeper into the mechanics of this liberation. The smart trap, at its core, is a sophisticated form of self-sabotage, often disguised as diligence or thoroughness. It's the entrepreneur who endlessly researches market trends, but never their product. The artist who meticulously plans their masterpiece but never puts brush to canvas. The individual who reads countless self-help books but never implements a single strategy. The common thread? A mind perpetually engaged in analysis, but rarely in decisive action. This isn't to say analysis is inherently bad. Far from it. Strategic thinking, research, and planning are crucial components of success. The distinction lies in when and how these mental processes are employed. The smart trap keeps you trapped in the pre-action phase indefinitely, creating an illusion of productivity while actual progress stagnates. It's the difference between a sculptor who meticulously studies anatomy before carving and one who spends their entire life studying anatomy, never creating a single sculpture. Both are intelligent, but only one translates intelligence into tangible. Consider the concept of analysis paralysis. This isn't merely a catchy, it's a profound impediment to progress. It's the point where the sheer volume of information, combined with an overactive, undirected mind, creates a mental gridlock. Your brain, designed for problem solving, becomes overwhelmed by the very problems it's trying to solve. Each new piece of data becomes another variable to consider, another branch in the decision tree. until the tree itself becomes an impenetrable forest. The key to escaping analysis paralysis, and by extension the smart trap, lies in adopting a decision-first mindset. This doesn't mean making rash, uninformed decisions. Instead, it means setting a clear intention to make a decision within a defined time frame, even if it's an imperfect one, and then acting on it. The vast majority of decisions in life are reversible or adjustable. The cost of inaction, however, is often far greater and far less reversible. Missed opportunities, stagnant growth, and the insidious erosion of confidence accumulate over time. Think about the concept of good enough. In many scenarios, striving for perfection is the enemy of good. The smart trap whispers that your work isn't perfect enough, your plan isn't comprehensive enough, your knowledge isn't complete enough. This pursuit of an unattainable ideal keeps you perpetually in a state of preparation, never in a state of execution. The 80-20 rule, or Pareto principle, is particularly relevant here. 80% of your results often come from 20% of your efforts. The smart trap compels you to chase that elusive final 20% of perfection, often at the expense of ever achieving the initial 80% of impact. To counter this, cultivate decisive momentum. This is the practice of consistently making choices and taking steps forward, even small ones. Each decision, each action, no matter how minor, builds momentum. It's like pushing a heavy object. The initial push is the hardest, but once it starts moving, subsequent pushes become easier. This momentum not only propels you toward your goals, but also generates invaluable feedback. You learn more from imperfect action than from perfect inaction. The real world provides data that no amount of pure thought can replicate. Let's explore this through the lens of financial direction. Many intelligent individuals struggle financially not because they lack, but because they are caught in the smart trap of overthinking their financial decisions. They might spend months or years researching investment strategies, comparing every possible mutual fund, analyzing every market trend, only to remain on the sidelines, paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice. Meanwhile, inflation erodes their savings and opportunities pass them by. A more effective approach, guided by the principles we're discussing, would be to establish a clear financial goal, research a few reputable, diversified investment options, make a decision, and then automate the process. This doesn't mean blindly investing. It means trusting your initial research and committing to a strategy, knowing you can review and adjust it periodically. The power lies in consistent, automated action, not in endless manual. The compound effect of consistent investment, even in modest amounts, far outweighs the potential gains from perfectly timed, but never executed market plays. The same applies to career advancement. An individual might possess exceptional skills and knowledge but remain stuck in role because they are constantly overthinking their next move. Should I take that promotion? Is it the right time to start my own business? What if it fails? What if I'm not ready? These questions, while valid, can become a mental prison. The smart trap keeps them comfortable in the known, even if the known is unfulfilling, because the unknown is fraught with perceived risk and complexity. Breaking free involves embracing calculated risk. This isn't about understanding that every decision, even the decision to do nothing, carries a risk, the risk of stagnation, of regret, of unfulfilled potential. A calculated risk involves assessing the potential downsides, mitigating what you can, and then taking a decisive step forward. It means understanding that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a stepping stone on the path to success, a vital source of learning and growth. Consider the human brain's inherent biases that contribute to the smart trap. Our brains are wired for pattern recognition and threat detection. In the absence of immediate physical threats, the modern brain often turns, creating its own threats in the form of potential failures, criticisms, or future uncertainties. This cognitive bias, sometimes called negativity bias, amplifies the perceived risks and complexities, making decisive action feel more daunting than it truly is. Furthermore, the information overload of the digital age exacerbates the smart trap. We are constantly bombarded with data, opinions, and competing narratives. Every search query can lead to hundreds of thousands of results, each presenting a slightly different perspective. While access to information is a powerful tool, it can also become a paralyzing force if not managed with conscious discipline. The smart trap feeds on the belief that more information equals better decisions, when often it simply leads to more confusion and less action. To navigate this, cultivate information minimalism. This means consciously limiting your intake of information to only what is truly necessary for a specific decision or task. Instead of endless scrolling or research spirals, define your information needs. Seek out reliable sources, gather what's essential, and then stop. Trust your ability to make a good enough decision with sufficient information, rather than waiting for perfect information. This frees up mental bandwidth and prevents the smart trap from using a weapon against your progress. The concept of mental energy is also critical here. Overthinking is an incredibly energy-intensive process. When your mind is constantly churning, analyzing, reanalyzing, and simulating scenarios, it consumes a vast amount of your cognitive resources. This leads to mental fatigue, decision fatigue, and a general feeling of being drained, even if you haven't engaged in any physical activity. This depletion of mental energy directly impacts your ability to make clear decisions, maintain focus, and take effective action. Reclaiming your mental energy is paramount to breaking free from the smart trap. This involves practices like mindfulness, meditation, and structured periods of unplugging. Mindfulness isn't just a trendy buzzword. It's a powerful tool for observing your thoughts without getting entangled in. It allows you to create a space between your awareness and your thoughts, enabling you to choose which thoughts to engage with and which to let pass. This practice builds mental resilience and strengthens your ability to direct your focus. Think of your mind as a garden. If left untended, it will be overrun with weeds, unproductive thoughts, anxieties, overthinking. Conscious cultivation involves regularly weeding out what doesn't serve you and nurturing what does. Focused thought, decisive action, positive affirmations. This isn't a one-time task. It's an ongoing process, a daily commitment to mental hygiene. The smart trap often manifests as a form of imposter syndrome or a deep-seated fear of failure or judgment. The highly intelligent individual, accustomed to being right or successful, may find the prospect of making a mistake unbearable. This fear can lead to endless deliberation, as if by thinking enough, they can somehow guarantee a perfect outcome and avoid any possibility of error. Criticism. This is a false premise. Life is inherently uncertain, and mistakes are an unavoidable part of growth. To overcome this, embrace experimental thinking. View your actions not as definitive pronouncements of success or failure, but as experiments designed to gather data. If an experiment doesn't yield the desired results, it's not a failure, it's a learning opportunity. What did you discover? What can be adjusted for the next experiment? This reframing removes the intense pressure of perfection and replaces it. Curiosity of discovery. It transforms "what if I fail" into "what can I learn?" The journey of liberation from the smart trap is a continuous one, a process of refinement and conscious choice. It requires self-awareness to recognize when you're falling into old patterns, courage to challenge those patterns, and discipline to implement new ones. The rewards, however, are immeasurable. Profound clarity. Your mind becomes a sharp instrument, focused on what truly matters rather than a cluttered attic. Sustained energy. You reclaim the mental bandwidth and vitality previously consumed. By unproductive overthinking. Conscious financial direction. You move from analysis paralysis to decisive action. Building wealth and security with intentionality. Accelerated progress. You transform ideas into tangible results, moving forward with confidence and purpose. Authentic fulfillment. You align your actions with your deepest values, creating a life that is not just successful, but deeply meaningful. The path forward is illuminated not by the absence of challenges, but by the presence of your unwavering focus and a commitment to conscious. The smart trap is a formidable opponent, but it is not invincible. Your greatest weapon is your intentionality, your ability to choose to direct your mind towards liberation. The question I posed earlier, what decision, after today's revelation, are you ready to commit to, is not a rhetorical one. It is an invitation to activate these principles in your own life. Perhaps it's committing to a decision deadline for a project you've been procrastinating. Perhaps it's setting a specific time limit for research before taking action. Perhaps it's practicing 10 minutes of mindfulness daily to observe and disengage from unproductive thought patterns. Whatever your commitment, make it specific, make it actionable, and make it. This is not about perfection. It is about progress. It is about taking back the reins of your own mind and directing your incredible intelligence not into an endless loop of analysis, but into the creation of a life defined by clarity, energy, and purposeful action. Your transformation awaits. The world awaits the unique contributions only you can make when your mind is truly free. Let this be the moment you step out of the shadow of overthinking and into the bright light of intentional living.